gonna have to open up fire on them. And we have the hill, so use that to our advantage.
Let's discuss leadership for a moment. I feel leadership in Hell Let Loose is the utmost crucial component to winning a match. Without strong collective goals and plans among all leaders on the battlefield, ground would not be taken nor held. This singular component goes beyond the moment of the game itself and bleeds in with reality. This ability to have open communication with a large group of people will end up showing the real character of who you actually are. So let's dive into the strength, the heroism, the fear, and the darkness of leadership. This is Hell Let Loose, controlling the violence.
Go ahead and give me his pings where they're at.
Nice work, Robert.
Let me respond.
Recon plane coming over it. We're gambling, guys. We're gambling here.
Right behind that building. Grim, right behind those sandbags.
As an officer, you are put in direct control of up to 5 individuals. Their experience with the match and the game highly depends on you. This is one area where I feel the game begins to bleed in with reality. It is quite frustrating when joining a squad with an officer who does not speak. It is also frustrating when you join a squad and ask the officer what is the plan and tasks for the squad and they say, kill the enemy and take the point. I feel this speaks volume about their ability to lead. First of all, taking a point is the goal, not a plan. Furthermore, solely killing the enemy accomplishes nothing. This game has nothing to do with kill-death ratio. This is where that leadership bleeds in with reality. To reinforce that last point, let's take a look into the American tactics during the Vietnam War. In brief, the Americans ended up using war methods never utilized before prior to the Battle of Ia Drang. Their goal was to get in, kill as many as they could, then leave. They would approach this method by using the new cavalry technology of helicopters. This was indeed brand new, for when the North Vietnamese soldiers first saw this aircraft, they reported back to their command claiming that the Americans were being dropped off by a plane that lifts up.
I hadn't heard that kind of noise before.
Colonel Vu Dinh Thuc of the Vietnamese People's Army.
We are farmers, so we thought it was tractors. Then I realized what they were. We called them planes that lift straight up.
I feel I don't need to dive into why these tactics did not work for the long run of the war regarding the American involvement. Though, let's make something very clear. When engaging a battle, going in with the mindset of solely killing, then leaving, to only giving the ground right back to the enemy is counterproductive to the cause.
I'm thinking of the intent of the mission. Everything we've fought in the past has been to gain ground.
Yes, but you know, the basic mission of any military force is to destroy the enemy or his will to fight. And it's been our tradition, since we were tied to the ground, to translate that into terms of ground objectives. But that was never the real purpose. That just helped you achieve the end.
There are obviously many reasons why the Americans lost or pulled out of the war. This is a key reason to why. There is a plethora of other reasons as well. With that said, knowing now that the objective is not to have a high body count, let's dive deep into a possible tactic to use when assaulting a main point. This specific assault that I led with my squad was from across a very open field with absolutely no cover. During this moment, fear kicks in and you can hear a hint of it in my voice, but I do not allow it to control my actions.
Yeah, this is going to be a little hard to do because it's an open field, but we will be able to take it.
I tell my men to stay behind the cobblestone wall for cover. I then spot and call out where the enemy is positioned so my squad can start suppressing them. My thinking behind this is not to kill the enemy, but to pin them down so they do not move out to attack us themselves. During this long-range firefight, I was able to obtain an accurate mark for command. He then delivers the word that he will be dropping a bombing run on that position.
Copy that, dropping.
I got a good mark on that.
Yes. Alright, he's gonna be dropping
We're
a
bringing our
bombing
tank
run on
back to
field
to
for
help
us.
cover that,
Just stay here, keep firing to give that suppressive fire.
I have my men hold back until we see the bombing run begin to make contact. I then give the order to move out. While crossing the field, about halfway to be exact, I instruct my unit to keep their weapons drawn so they can keep the suppression up on the enemy. When we clash lines, I tell my men to get down and use their grenades in the trenches. My thinking for this is to clear out the remaining forces quickly. Sadly, during all of this coordination, the first assault did not complete the task of capturing the point. We did not get discouraged. We made it up there against all odds once before. We will do it again. This time, I order my unit to get more violent. I have my AT soldier fire upon the point, and he was extremely accurate.
Keep firing.
Right past you. It's right on me.
Now, that is really good. That's good shooting right there. You're killing them.
I then had my machine gunner stay deployed at the cobblestone wall to keep suppression up while we cross once again. This time I deploy smoke to help us move and to help my machine gunner to move up when the time comes. Again, when we clashed with their lines, we used grenades to quickly clear out remaining enemies. I have my support soldier drop supplies while in the trench, and I successfully build a garrison. This is where a difficult part of leadership comes in. My whole unit has a surge of adrenaline from being the first squad to reach the point, build a garrison, hold the immediate area, and begin to capture the objective. I then order them not to move out, but to stay grounded until reinforcement comes. On how hard it is not to act on that surge of excitement, I do not want to allow the enemy to take back the ground we worked hard for.
Guys, right now, defend the garrison. Don't try to push too far in. Just hold them at their mark so more guys can spawn in for reinforcements.
This is leadership by discipline. This point would have not been taken if it weren't for communication, focus, and discipline, as well as being more aggressive and violent than our opposition. A major reason why the North during the American Civil War ended up winning is because in the beginning of the war, they were losing. I know that must sound weird, but hear me out. When the war began, the Confederates had strong-willed, focused, determined generals. In contrast, the North had generals that were very passive. In time, due to lack of strong leadership, avoiding fighting altogether, being let go from the military, and death, new, more aggressive generals took their positions. These generals were not afraid to enter conflict regardless of the morale of the northern states' populace due to heavy losses in the name of victory. I don't want to dive into this any deeper because it wouldn't end, though the point I am making, outside of many crucial reasons why the North won, a major component was the newly deployed aggressive leadership during battles. With that said, knowing of what we know of real-life passive versus aggressive stances, let's take a look into when it is appropriate to be aggressive by leadership. Here, my good buddy Boone notices a garrison on a hill in the woods. I have myself and one other soldier meet up behind the cover he is positioned. I then mark the garrison for the team as usual. By this time, due to the dynamics of this game, my men are either cut off or dead, but I know we must act quickly for we are not sure what kind of enemy reinforcements will be dropping in. I order Boone to stay centered with his machine gun to provide suppressing fire, while my other guy takes the left flank and I take the right. As we move out, I notice that there is enemy fire coming from the marked garrison position. I quickly dispense my grenades over the trench and we successfully destroy the garrison. This is an example of acting quickly by striking the opposition with tactics. I knew in the moment we could not wait for my other men to spawn back in and meet up with us. We utilized what we had in the moment and everyone did their part properly. Being aggressive is very effective overall. As long as you have a plan and follow those plans through, the least you will do is make the enemy put up a fight. Now, this aggressive stance has to be put in check, for you do not want to blindly run your men into a slaughter. It is very frustrating when being an active squad leader with members of the unit who instead of taking initiative, are hell-bent on taking control.
Thanks.
Yep. Alright, we gotta keep moving to the left.
Just fucking get up this hill. That's all you gotta do.
Altoid! Stop!
Yo, shut the fuck up, man.
Dude, you
You're
are
doing a shit piss poor.
What is your problem? What is your problem?
Bunker taken.
An effective method approaching situations in this game, as well as real-life projects in a team-based setting, is to be a team player, not a hero. You are meant to work with your unit or group. You are not meant to put others down and blame them when you yourself break off to try to do the impossible to carry the team.
Yeah, see, that's why you don't run up by yourself. You get killed.
I just took out 2 dudes and took a bunker.
Congratulations, no one cares.
You're sitting down. You're sitting
Shut-
down on the hill.
Dude,
trying to
knock
fight
it off.
A garbage fucking battle.
The darkness of taking a leadership role, whether it be in real life or this digital LARPing video game, will take its toll on you over time. The stress of expectations, meeting deadlines, and of course the physical toll it can have on you will begin to wear you down. It doesn't matter how trained, how in control of your emotions you think you are. Everyone, I include myself in this, we all have a breaking point.
Hey guys, you know we're getting capped, right? George, item. Hey, you guys.
We were heading back there.
Deployed?
We were heading back there. We're taking down their nodes
You
right
had
now.
10 minutes. You had 10 minutes to do it.
We were heading back there. Command did not tell me to fall back.
I didn't tell them to fall back. I didn't tell them to fall back.
Then you shouldn't be fucking commanding.
Hey, knock it off.
Oh.
No, I'm not knocking it off.
No, you will knock it off because that's uncalled for.
Oh, what? No, what is uncalled for?
just
Telling a guy that he's not doing his job?
Mute him and carry on.
He's not doing his fucking job.
We're
No,
trying.
I was. So why don't you knock it off and do your job?
Huh. Why don't you do it? You're still down there with your guys.
Kilo squad.
We're taking down nodes.
Of the situation around you.
We're taking down nodes.
Abel, I need you to hold where you are and hold that junction in the road. Abel, do you copy?
That's uncalled for. Learn to play the game before you squad lead. How about that?
What is your problem?
You, people like you.
Hey,
Oh,
man,
yeah,
here's
you are the
orders.
pinnacle. You are the pinnacle of a Kuman.
Look, dude, look how we lost. You had like 10 minutes to fall back.
Yeah, it's all on me. It's all on me, right?
It is, because you're
Oh,
still in the
yeah,
front
okay.
line.
I'm done with you.
Sorry,
kids.
This is your
Okay,
group.
kids, calm down, kids.
Tell me.
The game's
You
not
shut
over
the
yet.
fuck up already?
We have a lot of time left.
Like, just keep playing.
Calm down.
This went on for a while.
Why? Why? Because I told you you're a bad player? You don't know what you're doing?
No, because you're being really aggressive.
Blowing up the chat. Like
Oh, I'm really
Focus on the goddamn objective.
Why are you
'cause
so
they see you're
scared of
talking
me
to
on the
them more than
fucking internet?
objective. Is there going to be a
How about you let me squad? How about you let me command?
Yes or no?
You want to watch us win this game if you let me command?
Dude,
the
go
dude
compare
running
dick
a
sizes somewhere
one-man
else.
tank
Shut up.
squad is complaining about everybody else. It's awesome.
Yeah, he's only level 24, man. It's like when he was following.
Yeah, and I got more of a grip on this game than you ever will. Anyone with an IQ can hit a button like you, buddy.
What are you talking about? What the hell are you saying?
I'm trying to get in a better spot.
It takes more IQ to understand how things work, other than just hitting buttons.
Somebody
All
was
right, you know,
hollering
we're
for
deployed.
supplies
Let's get
for
a garrison up here, Wheeze, behind this. We can't. Crap.
You don't, though. Look, you're a terrible commander.
Can we kick this guy?
You should not be commanding at all.
You are more than welcome to go play another game.
You don't even know how to put a fucking supply drop down there.
Thanks, though.
And you guys are all defending that shit. It's fucking unbelievable.
Is he still in chat?
Yeah, he's still
He
chatting.
is.
I mean, I wouldn't say that. Pretty close.
Oh, I don't know. Your voice just got really high there. I must be hitting a nerve.
Are you okay? Like, are you okay? Is this like
We got a tank coming up.
the COVID-19 getting to you?
No, I'm sick of fucking losing games because of two jackasses like you that have no IQ for how any kind of like situation in this game works.
Along the tracks.
Okay, well, you made your point.
You don't. It goes over your head, bro. You need to. This game needs to make you take an IQ test before you can even command or fucking squad lead. You really need to have it.
If you think this is already out of hand, it's not. The commander, who was doing a great job with everything regardless of what is going on, was getting more and more annoyed over time. He eventually gave in and gave him the commander role.
How about you just shut the fuck up and get out of the fucking command?
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna shut up, but I will give you the command seat.
Don't listen to this guy. Okay, he has no graphs. on how this game
Everybody
actually
that
works.
muted that guy needs to unmute him because I'm gonna give him the command seat and he's gonna save the day. He's gonna save the whole team. 1945 is gonna be our year.
Do it! Shut up already and do it, please! Alright, now that that's over with. If you have me muted, I understand why. I can't put up with stupidity. Sorry.
Alright, I'm actually getting worked up and upset from just editing this section of this film at 7:28 p.m. So long story short, he gets kicked.
Oh,
We did it. We did it.
Can we at least get a new commander? I'd like to still win this.
Now, everything that you have witnessed does not, by any means, excuses my responses to that behavior. The commander, myself, and others admit this over command chat and give our apologies to the team.
all I'm gonna say is, if you guys do run into petty players, please, for the love of God, don't be like me and stoop so low and be petty. I do feel kind of bad about that, so.
I'm in the same boat.
forward.
I lashed out on him too. He got on my nerves.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
hard
I
at
mean,
times.
I did it the second I joined because I didn't want to hear him berating someone trying their best.
To bring it full circle back to the main point of being a team player and not a hero, the majority of the same team stuck together till the next round. Same commander and leaders in play. We ended up winning.
Also, phenomenal teamwork, guys. We are doing really well. We are really pushing your shit right now.
to take flack, finally.
So,
Great job, Commander.
keep up the good work.
See what happens when no one pickers?
It really does matter.
It does.
Look it, let's break this down to simplify it. When taking any leadership role in this game outside of commander, you are to listen to the commander's orders. If you are running a squad and the commander tells you to attack, you attack. If you are told to defend, you defend. If you are told to push up or pull back, you perform the action given to you. In some cases, it obviously can be difficult to get your entire squad to listen to you, but you do as you're told. This doesn't mean you aren't allowed to take initiative and act before the command is given. As a leader, in this game or in real life, you are put in that position to help push the cause forward. In 57 BCE, Battle of the Sabas River took place in Gaul. The Romans were taken by a surprise ambush from the Belgi. The Romans were building a camp when all of a sudden, across the river, the Belgi advanced swiftly out of the forest, through the river, and quickly made contact with the Roman front. Caesar was taken by surprise from this attack. He quickly sounded alarms and shouted orders to his men to form a defensive line. It was almost too late, but the Romans were able to form up into a decent line to brace for the clash. However, the right flank was severely compromised. He noticed this from across the battlefield and made a decisive decision to reclaim the flank. He himself grabbed the fallen Roman shield, charged to the front line of this chaos, while yelling orders to his men, calling his centurions by name, effectively giving encouragement to push the Belgi back. It was successful. They were able to reclaim a foothold on the right flank until reinforcements came to engage the Belgi from the rear. Take this with you. Use this as inspiration in-game and in real life. When presented with a leadership challenge, do not panic. Be disciplined, be focused, and be determined. Leadership does not exempt the authority from performing. Authority is not put into that position to pass blame onto their subordinates. Leaders accept and understand that any outcome that may come from engagement rests on their shoulders and their shoulders alone. Outside of members of the unit strictly not being a team player, insubordinate, and disobedient, the actions of the individuals under you rests entirely on you. Leadership is a heavy task to carry. If you fall, we all fall. If you panic, we all panic. No matter what task is presented to you, let it be in this game or in real life, you have to practice being composed. Do not lose focus. Do not lose hope. Do not allow weakness due to fear or frustrations control your actions. Keep your emotions leveled and rational. What I am trying to say is, in one word to sum all of this up, you must be in control.
Good work, guys. This makes me proud.
Yeah, all those
I got all
nerves.
the notes, so.
Nice.
Enemies near
Alright,
the
let's keep
OT
moving.
and E7, so they might be trying to come from the other side of highway.
Alright guys, let's head up to the move marker, secure that position.
Awesome teamwork. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was. Dance, do you have supplies with you?
Yeah, I have supplies.
Can you come meet me? Just put him down right here. I'll get a garrison for these guys. Alright, thank you. I have a garrison down for our assault, Charlie, in C6.
I feel this speaks volume about their ability to lead. First off, taking the point is not the goal. Yes, it is. That's definitely the goal. We made it up against their... I'm reading it backwards. A very open field with absolutely no With that said, knowing of what we know of real life passive. If you are told to push up or pull back, my voice cracked, I quickly dispense my grenades over the trench and we successfully, I'm talking in my normal voice and I need to do the narrative voice of pure elegance and suspense.